Hey survivors, this is Will with Culture Keep, and today I wanted to make a basic tutorial covering how to make extraordinary kibble. The full recipe to make one extraordinary kibble is 1 giant bee honey, 1 special egg, 1 Lazarus chowder, 10 mejo berries, 5 pieces of fiber, and then 1 thing of water. I'm going to be using a water skin, and I will be making this in a cooking pot, so we're going to need some fuel. I really would only use thatch. Do not use wood because you'll create charcoal, and charcoal is not part of this recipe and it can mess things up. It can make other things like paint, so just use thatch if you're using a cooking pot. If you're using an industrial cooker, you don't have to worry about that. I'm also playing on the Fjordur DLC map, and I mean, I love this map for so many reasons, but I swear this map was made for making extraordinary kibble. It's quite incredible. But for starters, I believe this is the first map to have these mineable honey spawns, I'll call them, or honey nodes. And I recommend going to these coordinates to find them. There are other places, but this always has enough for me. Really, just go up to it, 1 whack with the axe, and you are good to go. So we've got the honey. Let's talk about the special egg now. I will be using Deinonychus eggs because you can literally steal them on this map. There is basically, I guess you could call it Deinonychus Alley, but it's like a valley, and you'll see these nests scattered around. Obviously you do want to be a little bit careful because they can be very dangerous and latch onto you and rip your face off, but if you go to these coordinates with a fast hand, I'm going to be using my Maywing to just get in and get out. But yeah, it's like the map is basically just like setting you up to make this kibble. So here are some coordinates that you can use to find the Deinonychus nests. Just be careful when you're stealing their eggs, and I would recommend stealing a few eggs because what I'm going to do is raise some of these until I get a breeding pair, until I get 1 male and 1 female. That way they can make more eggs, and as long as I have them, I basically have an endless supply. Now you don't have to just focus on the Deinonychus, you can also wait for Maywings. They are able to produce eggs of multiple calibers, but that might take you a while. You can also use other creatures like the Utyrannus, but again, these Deinonychus eggs are literally ripe for the picking, so that's what I'm going for. Alright, so our next big ingredient is going to be the Lazarus chowder. I remember when I was looking these up, I was like, what is this? It's like, there's one recipe, and now there's another recipe. Like, why are they, this game, this game? But it's really not that bad. The hardest part, if I can even call that, is just getting your crop set up. You might be waiting a while if you don't have a greenhouse. I recommend building a greenhouse. The Lazarus chowder recipe is 9 pieces of cooked meat. I am using fish meat, but you can use fish or regular raw meat, either are fine. 2 narcotics, 5 potatoes or 5 sava roots, 5 long grass or 5 corn, 10 mejo berries, 1 water, which I'll be using a water skin, and then of course thatch. Now when it comes to the crops, I have found long grass on this map, but I'd honestly recommend farming for the long grass and the sava root seeds by hopping on an herbivore and just eating lots of bushes. Alright, so now we have the quote-unquote hard stuff out of the way. Now we just need to add the 10 mejo berries and 5 pieces of fiber. Of course, you want to make sure there's some water in there. I'm going to be using a water skin and some thatch for our fuel. It should cook a lot faster than the Lazarus chowder, that's for sure, but now we have some extraordinary kibble. Truth be told, I mean, yeah, I think I said it earlier, but I used to never use kibble because it was like 50 extra steps, and this game is already enough in some cases. But man, once you start using this kibble, I mean, this is great for thylacoleos, this is great for pretty much every creature in the game, but once you start using it, you probably won't go back, and it's so easy to make on the Fjordur map, so highly recommend. But thank you for watching, and if you found this video valuable, feel free to like, share, subscribe, follow, and all that good stuff, and I hope to catch you in the next one. Peace.